G'day viewers, welcome back to another video. This one's a little bit different. So I've got these strips of aluminium and they were on the edge or the outside, either side of ram sticks. I'll show you what I mean. So now I need to determine, is that gold plating or is it just like some sort of paint or anodized or whatever? And if it is gold, how to recover it. Now I know what to do, but I'm figuring some of you wouldn't. So I'll show you first how to test it to see if it is gold. You don't worry about the sticky stuff, that's no big deal. And if it is gold, how to recover it. So knowing that hydrochloric acid eats aluminium, what I've done is I've tested one and I've got it boiling away in some hydrochloric acid, and you can see there's gold foils on there. There's also a whole pile of black sediment, little tiny fibers of black. Now I don't know if that's some sort of result of the aluminium being consumed, or is it like gold that's turned into fine fibers because the gold plating might not be very thick. So we'll find out together there, but as you can see there are some gold foils, or what at least looks like gold foils. So I'm going to take you through the process and we'll find out for sure if they are gold or not with these ones here. So just put them straight in the hydrochloric acid. Don't worry about the paper and the sticky bits, that's all fine. And little stickers on there, that's no big deal. All that'll filter out. I'm going to put these in there with those ones there, with that one there, and just let the hydrochloric acid consume it all. Now, a lot of you guys who follow my channel would know that I use my acids over and over until they're no good. Down here, the yellow solution in that bottle is old hydrochloric acid that's been used before. For example, when I need to remove solder from boards, I soak them in hydrochloric acid to remove the solder, which will remove the tin, because you do not want tin in your Aquarigia. And I figure that the acid is still good, so why throw it away? I always pour it off, keep it, and I'll reuse it. So that's old hydrochloric acid in there, and it's, as you can see, doing quite fine. So I'll put these in there now and I'll come back when all the aluminium's consumed. Okay guys, it's the next day and I came out to check on this. There was no more reaction and it certainly looks like gold foils. It still could be like painted plastic or something. I don't think so, but I'm just saying, you know, you can't guarantee on it being gold until we test it when it's sort of dissolved, but it certainly looks like nice gold foils to me. But I can see some of it that's not finished dissolving, some of the aluminium, like this plate here. You see how it's still stiff? So I've put some more hydrochloric acid in there and stirred it up, and there are some small bubbles coming up from the bottom. So you see here the bubbles. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can see that plate of aluminium there dissolving. So got to wait till that finishes, till all the aluminium's gone, then we can filter it and recover all the gold, if it's gold. The black sediment that I saw could be the black paint that was on the ram, saying what they were. It could be just minute particles that didn't stay as a foil and went into black powder like gold does, or it could be something coming off the aluminium. It could be anything, but it doesn't really matter because I'll dissolve everything I can and we'll get whatever gold is there dissolved, and we'll find out how much there is, if that is gold. I'm saying it is, but you've got to also take into account that it might not be. And I'm saying this because newbies will go, okay, there's gold there, I'll dissolve it, and then they don't get a positive test and they wonder why and they think you did something wrong. So you've always got to assume that it's not gold until you actually dissolve it and test it with a stannous test. But it's looking good. So should I wait for this to finish and I'll be back. Now it's the next day, I left it overnight. There's no more reaction, and as you can see, there's some nice, what look to be gold foils. I'm impressed. I don't know if that means there's going to be a fair bit in there or not, because it's hard to tell. A small amount like this, there probably wouldn't be much gold, but considering how thick they are, it could turn out to be pretty good. Some nice big ones here. This one I'm trying to get up the bottom. There we go. Looking good. So now I'm going to filter it, get rid of all the hydrochloric acid, catch everything in the filter, and just give it a rinse. And once I've rinsed it and I'm convinced that all the hydrochloric acid is off, I'll come back and we'll put it in some aqua regia and see if we can dissolve it and see how much we get. Hopefully it is gold. I think it is gold. I'm trying to help the new people out there, so you should never always bank on it being gold, because it might not be, and then you'll think you've made mistakes. So I'll be back soon. I'll just start filtering this. As you can see, I'm running out of room in here, because once it gets to the neck of the funnel it'll stop. So I need to remove this amount of solution to make room for more. Look at those filters, those foils. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to waste this. Just as before, this is going back into my used hydrochloric acid, because it's probably still got some strength. I use them until I make sure that nothing's happening, and then I know I can dispose of it in my waste stock pot. So for now, that can just sit on top of this one while I pour this out into my bottle of used hydrochloric acid. My girlfriend's helping me. She's my apprentice. You're going to see bits of her hands in future videos, because she's going to be doing a lot of the work, and I will be training her, teaching her what to do. She's loving it so far. Good job. Okay, so I don't really want to water it down, so when it comes to watering out the funnel to get rid of all the, make sure that all the hydrochloric acid is away from those foils, I'll be doing it over an empty beaker. I don't want to water down this hydrochloric acid, make it weaker than it already is. So I'm just going to wait till that's filtered now. I can't get over those foils, they look so good. Hope they're gold. Alright, we're done filtering, and now it's time to take the filter out, and we'll drop it into that beaker. Just put the whole filter in. That's it. No gold left in there? Okay. And now we'll put some aqua regia in there. So mostly hydrochloric acid with a tiny bit of nitric. Always use incremental doses. You don't do pre-mix. It's the easiest way to make mistakes and waste a lot of nitric acid.
There?
Yeah, that's plenty. Now, like 1 pipette of nitric, because I don't expect it to be a lot if it is gold. I think the pipette is about 3 mils. It's only half a pipette, so we'll do, so that's 1.5. We'll do another half pipette. Oh, that's right, so 2.5. Okay.
So there?
That was 3 mils, so 4.5 mils, that's fine. And yep, so now we just put a little lid on it. One with the concave on top, and we'll put it up on heat. It's already going. The light was on.
There we go.
Alright, so just monitor it. We don't want to boil the hell out of it, we just want to get it to a rolling simmer, or even just a fraction under. We'll come back when it's all dissolved. Right, I had this on heat last night with Acrovigia, so that's what that solution is, and the foils are still there. This is the reason why I was saying if there's gold, because I haven't done these before, and for all I know that could be like anodized gold on the aluminium. You know, it could be anything. If they were gold foils and I'd found out during this process, then I would know in future. So right now I'm going to be doing a stannous test. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, dunk it in there and see what the solution is. I might chip it, make it easier to get hard to get your hands in these. So my apprentice is going to do the test.
No colour change.
No change at all.
Oh.
So nothing has gone into solution and the foils are still there. So that proves to me there is no gold, but we did the right process if that was gold. So I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's plastic. It doesn't look plastic, and it felt like foils. When I picked it up before, it was crinkly and made a crackling noise as I squeezed it, and everything was pointing towards these being real gold. But what I'm going to try and do, just in case, I'm going to do a just in case. I'm going to put some more more hydrochloric acid in here. I'll put some hydrochloric acid in, and I'm going to put another squirt of nitric in there. And I'm going to let it sit today. I'm going out for a while. When I come home, I'll put it on heat. And by the end of the day, if nothing is dissolved, if those foils are still there, then I know that they're not gold. I really hope they are. I hope to get some gold for you guys to show you, but it looks like it's not going to be real gold. It's just some sort of plating, or plastic, or anodized, or something. So we'll see. So I'll let this sit for now. When I come home today, I'll put it on heat for about an hour or two, and I should know. I should have had either they're dissolved or they're still there. It's the next day, and you clearly see there's still gold foils on top, but we'll do a stannous test anyway.
That's too much.
It's alright. And there's no gold in solution. So these are a bust. If you come across ram sticks that look like they're gold plated, you know they're not. So there's nothing in there, nothing to recover. I'll keep this Acrovigia, I'll filter it and keep it, and throw that away. So I hope this was informative. If you think I deserve a cup of coffee, then for less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you can become a member, buy a super like, things like that. Help support my channel. At the very least, if you could just subscribe, that helps a lot. Thank you. See ya.